All right, guys, feet together, guys. Hands at your side, courtesy, please. Good. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and start with jogging in place, guys. We're gonna set the timer for about 30 seconds. Knees are up, guys. There you go. Good. 12 seconds. On the buzzer, you're gonna go to high knees. You're gonna be turning with those knees nice and high, just like this, every single time. Go. Knees are up. There you go. Good. Good. Heels to your butt, guys. Heels to your butt. It's nice and simple, just like this. Buzzer, we're gonna shuffle. So shuffle once. Good. Shuffle the other way. Just nice and easy. Don't run into each other. Again, we're seated like this. 2 variations. Hands are flat just like so, right? Leg will come up, hand will come up. I'm gonna sit all the way out at a 45-degree angle, and then I'm gonna return. Always sitting back to my heels. Same thing to the other side, right? And then I come back. Now, if you can do them easily off of your hands, then I want you to be able to go to your elbow. Good, rolling up over the leg, guys. Nice and simple. Here we go, 30 seconds. Good. Guys, back falls. Standing up in base. All the way back. Back falls. Standing up in base. Good. Back falls. Good. Side falls, guys. Nice and simple. Good. Step overs, guys. Step over to replace. We're gonna go to straight bridges. Get ready. Go. Straight bridges all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down. There you go. Nice and simple. Over your shoulders, guys. Go to turtle. Let's go. Bridging over your shoulder. Nice. Going to turtle. Nice and simple. Bridging, stepping, and bringing the knee in. Good. All right, guys. Now, right from here, check this out. We're going to do our fan sweep sit-up. So on these, don't forget, our feet are somewhat close together. We do a big circle. We're going to come up all the way. Our feet stay planted. We squeeze with our knees, and we rock forward. Then we come back. Same thing to the other side, rocking forward, okay? All right, guys, so today we're looking at module 4.3 for you guys, which is the kind of standing section. So, guys, there was a modification because of the kids' class and the kids' rules, IBJJF. Remember, kids, you can catch the neck, you can catch the guillotine. You're just not allowed to apply it standing up, right? For safety reasons, obviously. You guys are growing. We don't want to hurt the necks, things like that, right? So the IBJJF, it's an illegal move to finish standing. So we're going to be looking at that kind of catch from the bottom, right? So we're going to be looking at our single leg. We'll look at review our no arm guillotine from the guard position, and then what we're going to do is we're going to be looking at the standing counter for the guillotine if they catch you, right? Maybe you didn't do a great shot and they got caught, right? So I'm going to kind of turn on the angle. I think most of you guys already know how to do this on this single leg, guys, but the big thing that I want to really kind of get to you guys today is how you're entering with your head. A lot of times when people do this, they have the right idea, you know, they finally change their levels, they drop their knee, right, they penetrate, they do all of that good stuff, but then when they grab the leg, they drop the head, right? I want you to think about it, especially if you have a partner, right? I want you to think about putting your forehead right here, right? Your forehead right here on the person's body, right? Before we actually do it with an actual person, though, we're just gonna do this for about a minute. Right side, left side kind of shots, right? And so what it's gonna look like is this, right? So first things first, right? We're looking at taking wrestling shots, so I'm not gonna be really tall. Here, let me adjust this angle so you guys can see a little bit better, right? So here's the thing, right? I never wanna come in tall like this, right? So if I'm really tall like this, that's gonna be a problem, right? Because as a wrestler, especially if they're better than I am, they're gonna take that shot sooner, right? So anywhere close to where, and I'll do this at an angle, anywhere close to where your knee and your elbow are very close together is a nice position, especially if you know the other guy's a wrestler, right? This is a really good posture, right? Kind of low, right? So from here, I can change my level even more, right? So now look, when I change my level, I'm not bending at the waist, right? I'm not going this way, right? So I'm right here in this low position, I change my level, right? When I change my level, I can step. And it doesn't have to be a big step, but I do need to make sure I'm committing forward. Right now, my knee, my hip, and my shoulder are lining up. Does that make sense? I'm not overly bent over like this. They're lining up. So that when I am grabbing the leg, be it a double, be it a single, right, when I'm coming in, my head is up. I'm not doing this. I'm still coming here. I'm acquiring the single leg. I'm moving straight at you guys, right? So I'm like this, right? It's my forward action, guys, that actually lifts the leg. I'm gonna do this sideways so you guys can kind of see. A lot of times what happens is when people get to this position like this, they change that level, they step, they grab, and as soon as they do this, look, they lift like this. They've stopped their forward progress. Now, look, the truth is, you guys are strong, and you might be able to just reach in there and grab the leg. That's awesome. Remember, the difference between wrestling and jiu-jitsu is, in wrestling, they're not allowed to choke you, right? In jiu-jitsu, they are, right? So you have to keep them off balance. So again, if I'm in this position, I'm in low posture, I change my level, I take my step, I'm coming in, I'm moving forward. I pick that leg up. My head is pushing the body. Does that make sense, right? To help me demonstrate that really quick, guys, I'm gonna do this really quick with Feijão so you guys can kind of see it, right? So Feijão, can I borrow you, please? So guys, he's gonna be right here at this position. Again, all I'm doing is I'm changing my levels. You guys already know this. I change my level, I take my step, I'm driving, but look at my head. My head is gonna come this way, right? So I'm this way. You see, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to offset his balance a little bit. Does that make sense? Once I have his balance offset, his leg gets light, right? Think of it this way. If you just push somebody at the shoulder, they go like this, they have to catch their balance. That makes this leg light. All right, so all we're gonna do for like the next minute or two is just change your level, go nice and slow, it doesn't have to be fast, and just take a couple of steps forward, right? Like you're coming up, right? And if you wanna do it into the camera, that's okay. Just no weird, crazy faces, Kaden. All right, guys, here we go. Guys, on 3, 1, 2, 3, go, guys. And I'm gonna pretend like this is my body pillow, right? But you're gonna need to do this you're gonna need to set your body pillow like this. Before it falls, you have to let go, change your angle, and come in and get it. Does that make sense? Ideally, again, if I've got Feijão right here, and he's just sitting there, guys, look, if nothing else, Feijão, let me just have you have your hands like this. Look, if nothing else, guys, this is what I want you to do, right? So you're gonna do this with your partner. I know it's gonna be harder for you because you have a pillow, right? But I want you to change the levels. Look, I'm gonna come like this. Look, I'm putting my head. See how I'm just kind of moving him with my head? This is super important, right? Now, obviously, I'd still want to grab later on, but this is an important part of the drill. What I'm not doing is this, guys, right? I'm not just kind of casually going like this, because if I don't, yes, you see, this is where I'm going to get caught. That's the trouble that a lot of our jiu-jitsu guys who haven't wrestled before, that's where they get into trouble. They stop their momentum. It's got to be a strong forward momentum. Putting in, again, he's right here. I'm just going to kind of use my head. I'm just kind of doing this. See, I'm almost ramming him with my head. Does that make sense? Now, ideally, I would go ahead and collect the leg, right? So I change my levels, boom, and I would just keep driving him. I can't because I have a window here, and I can't send him out the front window. My wife would be really upset with me. A little bit of a bump, right? Don't hit each other so hard that like lunch comes back up. That would be bad, right? But other than that, let's get going, guys. On 3, ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's do this because this is more of a kids-focused class. We're gonna be looking at this from the idea that we caught it out of the guard, all right? So let me adjust the monitor really quick so you guys can get a better look at this. So here's what we're gonna be, guys. I'm gonna kind of do it, here actually I'll do it at this angle right here. So I'm gonna use my right arm. So Feijão's inside my guard, guys, right? And so what we're gonna be looking at, guys, is just getting the hands to the ground, right? So maybe his hands are here, right? There's a lot of different ways you can get the hands to the ground, right? But one of the ways that we kind of like to work with is grabbing the elbows, flaring, and then just coming here, right? Yes. So when you get to this point, guys, right here, this is where we talked about setting this up. I'm going to take my hands, I'm going to slide them down as I open my feet. I'm going to put them down on the ground, right? I'm just going to move back a little bit. I'm going to release with my right hand in this case, and I'm going to sit all the way up. I'm going to grab whatever I can grab. Sometimes that's the gi, sometimes that's the belt, right? Look what I'm going to do. I post, I move back, I move back. I'm leaning into him right now, right? So look what I'm going to do. I'm going to release. I'm going to take the neck grip here. I'm going to take my other hand, and I'm not going to grip his arm. I'm just going to grab my other hand. Now, this is what you can't see. I'm grabbing myself like this, and I'm going to spider walk my hands just like this as high as I can, making it tight. I'm getting closer and closer and closer to my own elbow. Does that make sense? Right? So here's the thing. I'm in here. I walk it up, walk it up, walk it up. Now, once it's nice and tight, I'm going to pinch my elbow. I'm going to start to roll back When I roll back, I'm gonna close my legs, and I'm barely gonna extend, and it's on. Now guys, we've talked about this in the past. This is a super tight choke. Does that make sense? Especially if you get it deep. So if you're being strangled right now, right, don't wait until it's full on choke before you tap, right? And so other person, as soon as your partner taps, immediately release pressure. Open up your legs, release pressure so they can take the pressure off their neck. In your case, you're the only one strangling, all right? So just don't hurt your pillow. That's all I'm saying. All right, guys, here we go. We're gonna do a minute each. Or actually, no, let's do 2.